Nigerian leaders forging certificates are living false lives. You don't need all degrees to be a great leader. Just be honorable about your past. Says Peter Obi amid controversy over Tinubu's academic record. Thank you very much for joining us to Still Serious Matters here at Tony TV. Please do share videos or drop your comment, make them simple and stable. Um, Still on the matter of CSU releasing academic records of the President of Nigeria to Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the February 25th presidential election. Well, the former governor of Anambra State, Southeast Nigeria, who is challenging the election of President Tinubu in the February 25th election, said this on Monday while speaking on Arise TV, the morning show program. Peter will be the candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential elections, has said that Nigeria is facing a lot of leadership challenges because Nigerian leaders who have been caught in the web of certificate and age forgery cannot be doing the right thing. They can't do the right things in office. I've said that times and again that it will be difficult for somebody who has not come out clean and come out straight, to be a leader and to produce. And you see, I've always believed strongly that we should we should engage our conscience in whatever we do when you are doing something that is reflecting or having bad reflection on the people that you are leading, then it's hard to also to see such people still continue in office. You know that you are hurting the people, but then just because you have an ambition, which of course is not okay for every other person. You stay in there. And of course, your policies continue to inflict injuries and pains and sorrow on the people you are leading. The Bible makes it clear that when the righteous is ruling, the people rejoice. And when the wicked is in leadership, it says the town is as if they are mourning. And the town is thrown into mourning. Well, this particular situation, we have wondered. I mean, I've asked severally, what next, and what are we expecting to see in coming years or coming months or coming days. I mean, going by the results that we're getting, in fact, and some social media platforms are not even helping matters because this one gives this one, that one gives that one. There are lots of fake news all over the place, and people just say things that probably don't even follow what is happening, despite the fact that those certificates and those results and those academic records have been released. Some people are still saying some things, and you are wondering where did they get the information from. Are they just trying to help to cover up what this what President Tinubu is covering up in a way? Are they trying to help to cover up or what have you? Well, the former governor of Anambra State, Southeast Nigeria, who is challenging the election of President Tinubu in the February 25th, has said that on Monday that leaders who are forging their age, who are not being truthful about their background, who are forging certificates, cannot do anything right. It is not rocket science. They can't do anything right. That's the truth. Obi, who insisted that he and his political party will continue to challenge the electoral process through which Tinubu, a former governor of Lagos State, was declared winner of the presidential election, said that the process through which people come into office, assume or achieve anything is far more fundamental than what they do thereafter. We saw how the elections were mad with all sort of irregularities, papers being shaded, um, thugs all around the place and all of that. On whether Tinubu was qualified to contest for the election or not, Obi said the issue is of qualification is the issue of leaders making statements and doing things that are honest and truthful. Well, Obi's flaunted his own certificate from the UNN and also from other institutions where he had attended. Even though some I don't like calling names anyway. People had come out to say all sort of things. In fact, Peter Obi is the problem of so many people. That's the truth. Is a problem. They just when they sleep is they sleep Peter Obi, they wake up Peter Obi. And little do they know that the more they mention his name, the stronger he becomes, in the race. He had added that it is an issue of honor and integrity, leadership, or certificate issue. and issues of honor and integrity. Let us know what you are made up of. As a matter of fact, the people might just even put your qualification aside and say your personality is more important to them, which of course is the truth. Personality is more important, which according to him is the foundation on which a society is built. He said we are at the point where we are challenging the process. These are parts of what makes a nation. The process through which people come into office, assume or achieve anything is far more fundamental than what they do thereafter. It is important that people come through the right door and not just jumping in through the window and say we should move on and clean things up. It doesn't just happen that way. We saw in campaigns where some people came out and say you have to grab it, you have to run with it, and we saw people run with ballot boxes. I mean, in this age and time, we thought that the introduction of the electronic device would have been a dramatic change, and which of course. Was the reason why we had lots of Nigerians come out to vote during the last election. But then what did we see? The issue of qualification, he said, is the issue of leaders making statements, doing things that are honest and truthful. This is an issue of honor and integrity. It is a fundamental or foundation, fundamental basis on which you build a society. Well, looking at what's happening in Nigeria today, there are so many issues of certificates, age, all sorts of one's falsification or the other all over within the leaders. There is no way people can be doing this and be able to do the right thing because they are living on falsehood or falsified life. That is not good morally. And the sign it should be given to the society. You don't really have to have all the degrees in the world to be a great leader, but you need to be honorable about your past so we can know who exactly you are. INEC had declared Tinubu as the winner of the election, saying Atiku of the People's Democratic Party came second, while Peter Obi of the Labour Party came third. Sarah reporters credit to her reported how the federal court in Chicago, while ruling in the civil case filed by Atiku Abubakar, granted the applicant's request to the court, stating that the former vice president had been able to sufficiently satisfy the purpose for seeking the records. Tinubu subsequently pleaded with Judge Nancy Maldonado to block all other details, especially the gender and admission records, among others, of the owner of the certificate. However, his plea or appeal failed. But this is still serious matters here at Tony TV. We're still looking at matters making the rounds, in Nigeria and around the globe. But then we would bring you updates as they unfold. Your opinions on this particular matter, really, really matters. But one big question that comes to mind is, do you really think, or how much of effect do you think, having, falsified records by leaders will affect the productivity of such leaders and of course the extensive effect on the society. This is still serious matters here at ONF Please do share videos with others, drop your comment, make them simple and say well thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again.